Entered in the barn area. Let's bring out the horses for race number 1. We're looking for a pari-mutuel haul. Yankee Peddler, Miss Turbo, Whiz, and I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be. Let's bring these horses on to the racetrack, drivers. Call the post, waiting for the horses for the first race to come onto the racetrack. For the post-parade field of 5, we'll be going post-parade here in the first race of the afternoon. We're at the Clinton County Fairgrounds here in beautiful Plattsburgh, New York. It's a little on the warm side, but it's very tolerable compared to years past when it gets very toasty up here in the North Country. 5 horses will be going to post. Just taking a look at the field real quick. Take a look at a horse from post position 5. I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be. Mark Whitcroft. This horse raced real decent back on the 21st of July at Yonkers Raceway in the Excelsior Series. Finishing second, he trotted the mile 2:02 and 2. Raced giant. Left out of behind the gate and was flying into the first turn. He comes to us with a mark of 2:09 and 3. He did that back on the 17th of July, and that was at the Franklin County Fair in Malone. Post position 1, with a qualifying mark of 2:04 and 2 from Saratoga Raceway, it's pari-mutuel Hall. And pari-mutuel Hall finished second last time out in the qualifying race at Saratoga. And again, this horse was victorious in 2:04 and 2 at Saratoga. It was a 2-year-old qualifying event back on the 18th of June. Another horse that has a lifetime mark of 2:14 and 2, Malone, was Yankee Peddler. Claude Huckabone Jr. was victorious that day. Was very, very prominent in that race. This horse has 3 starts, 1 victory, and finishing third and 1 tie. So we have a pretty good race lining up for race number 1 of the afternoon. We have the horse Whiz. Whiz still in search of its first victory. 3 starts, 2 seconds, 1 third, has over $2,000 made. I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be, though, this horse, if it makes its way into the first turn, it should. The first turn here at the Clinton County Fair is notorious for getting very, very dusty as they go into the turn, and a lot of horses don't like the dust in the air, but the track seems to be in pretty good shape. There was a little rain last night that helped make the track what it is right now, and the crew has been doing an excellent job, and the track actually looks pretty good. So there probably won't be as much dust that's notoriously in the first turn here in the 2020 racing season. Well, we have a handful of spectators in the crowd this afternoon, and these folks are here because they want to be. And it's getting out of the house and getting to see some live harness racing action. And a lot of the folks up here in the North Country are big supporters of racing action here in New York. And we also are streaming over YouTube. That's right. If you're watching us, we're coming here from the Clinton County Fairgrounds in beautiful Plattsburgh, New York. And we have 12 exciting races in store for you this afternoon. And the horses are now gathering up. They'll be coming their way for the post-parade. The horses will take one score, and then they go directly towards the starting gate. And we'll be shortly starting the first race of the afternoon, which is a trotting event. And they'll be racing for a purse of $2,950. Yes, you can watch the races on YouTube. I actually had an opportunity to watch from Boonville the other day a few of the races, and Doug Cater doing an excellent job calling the races. And they were on at Malone, which was back on the 17th of July. Didn't know that the races were being broadcast at that time because the gentleman was way in the back of the grandstand. Let's take a look at the field for the first race. Number 1 is pari-mutuel Hall. It is owned by Paul and Sean Warner, Malone, New York, trained and driven by Sean Warner. 2 is Yankee Peddler, owned by C.L. Huckabone Jr., Utica, New York. Claude Huckabone Jr. trains and drives. The 3 is Miss Turbo, Grace Westbrook owns. It's driven and trained by Henry Westbrook III. The number 4 horse is Whiz. Whiz is owned by the Go Where the Money Is stable of Victor, New York. Claude Huckabone III, he trains and drives. And the number 5 horse in the field is I Am Because I Want to Be. Cheryl Davis Whitcroft, Saratoga Springs, New York owns. Her husband Mark Whitcroft is the trainer and driver. 5 will be going postward here in the first race of the afternoon. It's the New York County Fair Sire Stakes, the 2-year-old filly Trotters, going for a purse of $2,950. In this event, the number 5 horse, I Am Because I Want to Be, will start from the second tier. So it'll be forward cross horses with their noses on the gate will be Paramutual Holly, Yankee Peddler, Miss Turbo, and Whiz. And in the second tier will be I Am Because I Want to Be. So they'll be making their way towards the backside.
Yeah. Did you hear me?
What did you say, Maureen Faubert?
Dustin Miller on the 4.
Are you sure about that?
I see a D and an M on his sleeve.
Okay. Well, I'm told Dustin Miller will be driving the 4 horse. We'll have to take a look there. Sometimes there's late driver changes.
I know, they're both mine. Pardon me?
And
They
hopefully,
played the first race.
all right, we still have the track crew on the track to get their attention, get them off of the track.
Have them all the horses in the first race go back to the barn.
Attention in the barn area. They want all the horses for the first race to go back to the barn area. They can't hear me in the barn area from my microphone here in the grandstand, but you guys can hear. So you have to go back to the paddock. This is for the judge?
Yeah.
This is for you, Judge.
Yo.
So you get to listen and hear what goes on behind the scenes here at the Clinton County Fair. Microphone's not working, Judge? You want to keep talking?
No. You want to tell these guys when they go down through to go back to the barn?
I can, but the only way I can do it is scream at them.
Yeah.
They can't hear me. How come they have to go back?
I haven't been okayed by the USDA yet to be the judge here.
Oh.
See, I'm not a judge. I'm going to be filling in.
Who are they waiting on?
Waiting on Kelly to get a hold, have the USDA be able to give the go-ahead for me to be the judge here.
Okay.
Which I did last year at Morris. But
All right. Well, we have a slight delay in this afternoon's first race. What is your name, Judge?
Tim Lanford.
Tim Lanford? Well, you should be the judge. You drove horses.
Huh?
You used to drive horses.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any problem, but we still have to go through the USDA.
No, understandable.
Races.
So we're just waiting on a phone call to arrive from the United States Trotting Association, allowing Tim Lanford to judge these races this afternoon. I've known Tim's name from years past. Tim was a trainer-driver for many, many years. And, hey, guys, go back to the paddock for a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Bill,
Yes, sir.
Mike, want me to drop that off to you, Mike Crotty? So
Okay.
you can make the announcement?
Will do.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Just want to make an announcement to everybody. In order for us to have this event, we have to agree to the rules and regulations of all COVID-19 and local health department guidelines. You must wear a mask and maintain a 6-foot distance.
Can this thing get to started?
What's that again?
This walkie-talkie?
I'm not sure if it goes to the paddock or to the,
I think he's probably got one,
yeah.
but I don't know how to operate it. I haven't got anybody that knows anything. Hello?
So, a little hiccup in the races. And while we have a couple of moments, just waiting here. Taking a look, I tell you, there's a horse that's racing here this afternoon that I kind of like. And I'm going to tell you a little story,
Keith, can you hear
because
me?
we have a lot of time to kill. So, there's a horse called Ready for Workout. It doesn't show on the program here, but the horse raced in Tioga back Sunday on July 26th, which is a very prominent day in my life. It's my birthday. And horse just missed by a nose. But Earl Sovey had a horse that raced last year by the name of Certified.
Hello.
And Certified was a monster. He won the Excelsior final. I think the price was like $50,000.
Okay.
So, all right, he's got the go-ahead to go. So the horses did not go back to the paddock. They have gone towards the starting gate. And we'll be underway for the first race of the afternoon here at the Clinton County Fair. And the gate's in motion. 5 behind the gate. Parimutuel Hall, Yankee Peddler, Miss Turbo, Whiz, and I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be. I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be is scoring in the second tier. Beautiful afternoon for racing. Let me see if I can pull up on my telephone here what the temperature is. And the temperature doesn't tell me. Oh well. It's nice though. It's actually very comfortable this afternoon.
I'm the timer.
They're at the head of the stretch, and here they come. Off stride behind the gate goes Whiz, and they're off and trotting. Quickly up on the outside, that goes Whiz. It is Miss Turbo that made a break behind the gate as they head the way into the turn. Parimutuel Hall towards the inside, following that cover. It is I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be. He has to follow because he's in the second tier. As they head their way down the backside for the first time, it's Parimutuel Hall on the inside showing the way. Whiz up on the outside racing second. I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be trots there third. A Yankee Peddler fourth, and way back it's Miss Turbo trying to catch up with the field. As they head their way up towards the quarter pole, and Parimutuel Hall, the daughter of Conway Hall, Sean Warner, guiding this one up towards that quarter pole. On the outside, Whiz is keeping company with this one as they made their way by that quarter
35.
in 35 seconds. A leisurely trot as they make their way into the turn to come by the grandstand for the first time. Whitcroft very patient with I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be. This daughter of Prayer I Am has won victory so far in the racing season. We'll be looking for another one this afternoon. She is a nice trotting machine. She raced real good at Yonkers last time out. Parimutuel Hall now is opening up by 2.5 as they come to the half. I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be second. Whiz drops back to be third in the field. Yankee Peddler fourth, and the trailer is Miss Turbo.
106 and 4.
106 and 4 was the half-mile time as they head their way into the turn after a quarter in 31 and 4. They trotted that quarter, and they head down the backside, heading towards 3/4, and it's Parimutuel Hall up on top. But here comes company. I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be is up on the outside, a half a length away from the leader. Towards the inside, Parimutuel Hall. These two squared off as they head towards 3/4. Whiz trots third, Yankee Peddler fourth, and Miss Turbo is the trailer. As they go to 3/4, I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be now takes over command for Mark Whitcroft. The daughter of Prayer I Am shows the way by 2.5, now 3 in the final turn. Racing second, Parimutuel Hall, who is the early pace setter. Third spot in the field as they make their way out of the turn. It's Whiz, and Whiz is going to try to tip to the inside, it looks like. As they come the way out of the turn, the rail opens up. That is because Parimutuel Hall tired and made a break. Just a couple of missteps, but they come for home. It's I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be, and Mark Whitcroft's urging this one on. Whiz has to settle for second. Parimutuel Hall third, Yankee Peddler fourth. And the trailer was Miss Turbo, who made a break right at the get-go.
211 and 2.
2:11 and 2, the time for the mile here for the first race of the afternoon.
Right down the finish.
What were the fractions?
Well, and you tell me if we're going to use the quarter or not. 35,
Yeah.
106 and 4, 140 and 1, 211 and 2.
Sounds good to me.
Really? And did you get the order of finish? I didn't.
Oh. What'd you get, Judge?
I got 5, 4.
1, 2, 3?
Yep, 1, 2.
Thank you, sir.
Was that reading down?
Top down, it's 3, 4, 5, 2, 1.
3, 5, 4.
3, 4, 5, 2, 1, top down. Heading back to the winner's circle is number 5, I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be. The Bay Philly 2-year-old by Prayer I Am out of Don't Want to Be Blue by Turbinator. Cheryl Davis Whitcroft of Saratoga Springs, New York, owns, trained and driven by Mark Whitcroft. Time for the mile, 2 minutes 11 and 2/5. It's the second win of the racing season for the number 5 horse, I Am 'Cause I Wanna Be. Let's take a look at the fractional times in the order of finish. Quarter went in 35 seconds, the half in 106 and 4. 3/4, 1 minute 40 and 1 tick. Time for the mile, 2:11 and 2. Parimutuel Hall finished third. The number 2 horse, Yankee Peddler, was fourth. 3, Miss Turbo, fifth. 4 Wiz was second. Number 5, I Am Because I Want to Be, was the race winner. Top down, it's 3, 4, 5, 2, 1 on the bottom. Again, 2:11 and 2 time for the mile. It's the second win of the season for number 5, I Am Because I Want to Be.
The race is official.
And it is official. All right, the second race of the afternoon, it's the New York County Fair Sire Stakes, the 2-year-old Pacer Fillies, first division, purse $2,000. There'll be a field of 4 going postward. In the barn area, we'll be looking for Heaven's Blessing, Dream Chip, One More Try, and Coral's Last Roll. And we'll take a look at these horses a little closer in just a couple of minutes. And you're watching us and listening to us on YouTube. And what's the name of the channel that it's on, young fella?
CasinoScout.
What is it called?
CasinoScout.
CasinoScout. All right. And if you're watching now and you want to watch a little later on, if you go to CasinoScout channel on YouTube, you can watch the races here from Clinton County Fair and from the other fairs that have had the racing so far here in the 2020 racing season. Very odd season as it is, but I want to thank everybody involved. Kelly Young, for all her hard efforts in getting this racing action to be brought out through the state of New York. A lot of the horse people have suffered through COVID-19, and it's a great thing that we do have racing action here, and it softens the blow just a bit. Harness racing world has been affected by COVID-19, not only with the racing, but there have been many prominent people involved in the sport of harness racing that have lost their life to this deadly virus. And our prayers go out to those that have lost their lives and the friends and families of those folks.
Okay, let's get the second race up.
Yep, I already called them.
Did you?
Yep. What's that? I can't hear you. Oh, I will, coming up. Yep. Are we still live? All right. We're live here at the Clinton County Fair on YouTube, and I was told to make sure that there's no expletive deletatives used today, and no jokes. No. But we have a few people here with the grandstand, which is kind of a nice thing. Some folks have traveled over from the Lowell, New York area. And how are you, young man?
Good.
You have something for me? Yes.
Race director,
Where is he at?
right down below here.
All right.
Down to your
I
right.
think this is for you,
All right.
Tim. Where's Mike today?
He's in the office
Is
right
it?
now.
Okay.
He'll be out shortly.
What's the trick to working this?
There you go. There's another walkie-talkie.
For the Bill Ellis. No, you're Bill.
I'm Bill Ellis.
Race director. Let's also get to the Morrisonville EMS.
What's that?
That'll also get to the Morrisonville EMS.
That's good. Thank you.
Okay.
What number are we on? What number are we on?
Yeah, what channel? We'll try to get him come back this direction. So let's take a look at the field for the second race. New York County Fair Sire Stakes 2-year-old Pacing Fillies first division. You gotta like the three of us. One more try. One more try. 3 starts, 3 victories. Made over $7,700. The Tioga Downs 156 and 2. Not once, but twice. At Tioga, then at Vernon Down 156 and 2.
What number?
Jacob wants to find out what channel he's on. He's on channel 1. Walkie-talkies. You don't see the. I was actually had a conversation with somebody the other day. You don't see too many CB radios around anymore, but I guess the truckers still use them. Used to be a lot of fun back in the 70s. So actually, we're getting back to one more try. Drifted here just a little bit. This horse had a little trouble right from the get-go. Qualified in June 19th at Vernon Downs, made a break,
Have it on the right channel.
and had raced on the outside during that qualifying event. Went 203 and 2. Then the following start just kind of ducked in on the rail and followed everybody else around. Went 202 and 2. Last quarter was 29 and 4. Monster Mile
Is it on?
July 4th, won by a neck, raced a good distance on the outside. Last quarter was in 27 and 3. So we'll be looking for
Try
big
again?
things out of one more try this afternoon. I don't have any records for track records for 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds or whatever.
Sing me a song.
I would think though that one more try with a monster trip today could eclipse any sort of a track record, because
I'm
I
just
can't remember in
adjusting the
years
volume.
past any 2-year-old filly trotter that's come to this racetrack
huh?
that has looked this good. Corral's last roll, this horse in search of its first victory, has a second and a third out of 2 starts, made just over $1,000. Dream Chip comes to us, is no wins, a second or a third in 2 starts so far, in search for its first victory. This daughter of Heston Blue Chip. And the daughter of rock and roll heaven, it's Heaven's Blessing, its first start of the racing season.
4 horses
So-
out on the track.
4 will be coming postward here in the second race of the afternoon. That was the call to post. Bring the horses together for a post parade. It technically has a different name. Do you know what the real name of that call to post is, Maureen?
The bugle.
No, people call it the bugle. It's actually first call, and it's military. Like with all the other bugle calls that they have in the Army, like revelry and taps and so forth. And that is first call.
Please,
The actual name.
Bill. The 1 horse and the 3 horse, watch.
The 1 and 3 have what?
Watch, see who they are.
Okay.
Please.
So
Because
you
I
get
can't
everything
tell.
behind the scenes here at a county fair, what goes on. And the horses are gathering up for the post parade.
One of them's gotta be. I just don't know.
It looks right. And let's take a look at the field. Number 1 is Heaven's Blessing. It is owned by Kathy and Peter Gearwar, Benson, Vermont. Trained by Kathy Gearwar. Claude Huckabone Jr. is the driver. No, it's not. It's Peter Gearwar. So that's a
one's
driver
alright.
change. Number 2 is Dream Chip Bone, trained by Dale Allen of Brushton, New York. Garrett McQueen drives. 3 is One More Try, owned by Kim Myers, Saratoga Springs. Claude Huckabone III, he trains and drives. 4 is Corral's Last Roll. Heath Allen, Brushton, New York owns. Cheryl Whitcroft trains with Mark Whitcroft doing the driving. So if Peter Gearwar will be driving the number 1 horse, Heaven's Blessing, here in the second race of the afternoon.
Now, is the 3 the 3rd or junior?
Third.
That's junior on the 3.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. That was the change I had.
All right. So Claude Huckabone Jr. is driving the number 3 horse. One More Try. So we have 2 driver changes. Actually,
I have more trouble.
the Peter Gearwar was scheduled to drive the one Heaven's Blessing, and he is out there. So they come over from Benson, Vermont. Benson, Vermont was a spot or a very popular horseman from many years ago by the name of Dave Bosworth, God rest his soul. And Dave was a prominent driver at Saratoga Raceway and many of the Vermont fairs for many, many years. I met David back in 1978, 1979, I think it was, at the Vermont State Fair in Rutland. And for those that remember the Vermont State Fair located in Rutland, Vermont, it was 10 days of racing action, took place through Labor Day weekend all to the following weekend, and was always an exciting place to race. And a lot of people said they didn't race there for the money, they just raced there for the good times and the friendships that had evolved over the many, many years. You had people that came up from The Bennington, Vermont area, they had the Cross family, and that clan would come up. You had people from upstate New York, by Malone came down. You had people coming from Massachusetts, Joel Wheeler. You had the Tassilos come up from Prospect, Connecticut. So it was a great representation of many of the states in New England would settle there in Rutland, Vermont, for the great racing action that took place at the Vermont State Fair. They're behind the gate here, second race of the afternoon. It's the New York County Fair Sire Stakes, the 2-year-old pacing fillies, first division, purse $2,000. Behind the gate we have Heaven's Blessing, Dream Chip, One More Try, and Coral's Last Roll. 4 to the head of the stretch. Here they come. And they're off. Dream Chip to the inside, but One More Try is going to search to grab the lead. Carl's Last Roll towards the outside, looking for a position to try to settle into, but Heaven's Blessing is protecting the rail position as they head their way into the turn. One More Try, the daughter of Quick Pulse Mindale, is on top, showing the way. Dream Chip has the second spot. Coral's Last Roll will settle in third, and Heaven's Blessing drops to the back of the pack. Off stride, Dream Chip made a break as they head towards the quarter pole, and One More Try finds herself up on top by about 9 lengths early. Coral's Last Roll trying to get a closer second as they head their way by that quarter pole.
31 and 4.
31 and 4, very quick opening panel. Heaven's Blessing is third, and Dream Chip back pacing, trying to get back into the fray. As they make their way out of the turn, they're going to come by the grandstand for the first time, and One More Try has 3 wins in a row, looking for a 4th one this afternoon in the beautiful North Country here at the Clinton County Fairgrounds here in beautiful Plattsburgh, New York. A closer second for Coral's Last Roll. Heaven's Blessing is third, and Dream Chip is the trailer. And Dream Chip is having a little trouble pacing this afternoon.
102 and 2.
102 and 2, quick half mile. And that is One More Try on top, showing the way. Coral's Last Roll getting closer to the leader, but it's going to have a tough battle getting by One More Try. She is a nice filly. Coral's Last Roll is now closing about 2.5 lengths back. It should be a good battle heading towards the 3/4 pole. Heaven's Blessing racing third, and Dream Chip is the trailer. As they head towards 3/4, One More Try. Quick Pulse Mindale's 2-year-old daughter is on top, showing the way, looking for her 4th win. And Claude Huckabone Jr. asks for a little more speed, and One More Try does respond, is now opening up by 8-9, make it 10 lengths in that final turn. Coral's Last Roll. What was 3/4?
135 and 4.
135 and 4. Coast at home, One More Try. Coral's Last Roll second, Heaven's Blessing's third, and Dream Chip races fourth. As they head to the wire, it's been all One More Try this afternoon. Coral's Last Roll will finish second, Heaven's Blessing third, and Dream Chip races fourth. They're making their way through the lane, and Heaven's Blessing shortly to come across the wire. And Peter Gilmore is looking over his shoulder because Dream Chip's trying to make a race of it, but Heaven's Blessing will hold on for third, and Dream Chip finishes fourth.
207.
2:07 time for the mile here for the second race of the afternoon.
Quarters.
Go ahead.
31 and 4. 102 and 2. 135 and 4. 207.
Thank you.
Reading down.
3, 4, 1, 2.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. And upside down.
Now that's an interesting result, that particular race. Do you know why it is, Tim? The top down is the same as how they cross the wire. Yes. Yes, what happened is they crossed the wire 3-4-1-2, and that's exactly what the top down will read as 3-4-1-2. To the winner's circle moves number 3, One More Try, the Bay Philly 2-year-old by Quick Pulse Mindale out of Shadow Deuce by Shadow Play. Kim Myers, Saratoga Springs, New York owned, trained by Claude Huckabone III. Claude Huckabone Jr. is the driver. Congratulations with that one, Mr. Huckabone. 2:07 is the time of the mile.
The race is official.
Yeah, the race is official. Let's take a look at the results. Number 1, Heaven's Blessing was third. 2, Dream Chip finished fourth. 3, One More Try, the race winner. And number 4, Coral's Last Roll was second. Top down, it's 3-4-1-2. Fractional times. Quarter went 31 and 4. Half 102 and 2. 3 quarters, 135 and 4. Time for the mile, 207. It's the 4th win of the racing season for number 3. One more try. 4th win and 4 starts. She's kind of a nice little filly. 3rd race will be coming up. Horses we'll be looking for on the racetrack will be the SURREAL Thing, Miley Rose, and Roll with K. My understanding that Elegant Blue has been scratched, and there'll be a purse of $2,000 on the line. And these horses will be on the racetrack momentarily. And we'll take a couple of minute break, and then we'll be back with more racing action. And we'll take a look at the field. We'll size them up and take a look at who we think should be the best for the 3rd race of the afternoon. What's that? That's what I'm told, yes.
We won't know for sure. That button to speak.
Pete, did you get the order finish on that last race?
So you added graphics. That's a good thing. So this is a neat concept. Come on up here. Talk to me a few minutes so everybody can find out who you are. You don't want to be interviewed? I won't say any embarrassing things or ask you any embarrassing questions. You're very shy.
Don't believe me.
Well, you add in graphics, and I know at Boonville there were a lot of comments on YouTube how much that they liked it.
Guess what? I don't know.
If they like it, subscribe.
Subscribe, that's right. And what's it called? Casino what?
CasinoScout.
Casino Scout. Now, can you watch on YouTube? Can people making comments?
Yes.
How many people are watching?
Right now, 40.
There's 40 people watching. All right, what I'd like to ask everybody that's watching right now, make a comment. Let us know where you are. Where are you watching the races on?
Testing.
Probably in your living room or in your office. And if you just all of a sudden chime in and just let us know where you are watching. And it would be nice to see who is watching from the farthest distance from Plattsburgh, New York. See how far away it is. And the young fella that's doing the camera work, you're going to have to let me know the different towns and cities that come up. It's interesting looking out on the racetrack right now. There's a young fella that's warming up. His name is Christopher Doherty. And I remember when his grandfather raced horses at Foxborough Park. Grandfather actually came out of the Maritimes and came down to New England and was tremendously successful. And then he ended up going to New York and New Jersey. And in doing so,
The starting gate.
his great reputation brought him into the Hall of Fame in Goshen, New York. We lost Jim a few years back. Tremendous horseman, as quiet could be. And if you ever asked him for an interview or try to speak to him on a microphone, he just clammed right up. He did not like to be interviewed. Unlike Bill O'Donnell. Now, Bill O'Donnell, who's also from Canada, and Billy O'Donnell he gives a lot of one-word or two-word answers, doesn't give a whole lot, but has a tremendous sense of humor. And when you can catch him kind of off guard a little bit, he is great. Also, want to say hi to Tom, Wyoming, I guess the name is, and Kim in Saratoga Springs. Now, is that the same Kim Myers whose horse just won?
Not sure, but it's from Wyoming, not town Wyoming.
Oh, Tom is in Wyoming. All the way in Wyoming watching these races here from the Clinton County Fairgrounds. And Kim in Saratoga Springs, if that's Kim Myers, that is Kim Myers? Okay, then she sent her horse up here to win. And it's too bad she didn't come out and have her picture taken. She's a very pretty girl. And actually, she had a horse a year or two ago that I was actually in love with. And I can't remember its name, but it was gray. And maybe if she wants to pop up here and let us know about the gray horse that she had. That thing was a giant. And I know it did very, very well for Kim. Kim's been involved in racing for many years. I remember Kim Myers when she was just a little girl that was racing over at the Rutland Fair 100 years ago. Long, long time. But anyways, we'll have horses coming on the racetrack here for the third race of the afternoon. And there'll be a field of three, a SURREAL thing, Miley Rose, and Roll with K. Now, I have to say one thing about this Chris Doherty. Does not look like his grandfather at all. This kid is built real tall and lean. Jimmy was probably about 5'8", 5'9", but this kid looks like he's about 6'4". And we're waiting for Miley Rose and Roll with K to come on to the racetrack. So two of the fillies this afternoon's third race are by the Sire So Surreal, and then the other horse is by Roll with Joe. We followed racing action at the Meadows on Saturday. Pappy Rob Hanover set the track record, and I believe it was a world record of 147-1 on a 5/8 mile track. That was fast. He won by 10.5 lengths, went a monster mile. Unfortunately, that was the last race of his career. He broke a coffin bone, and it looks like now he'll be heading to the breeding shed. But what a way to go out. He just finished shy of $1 million for owner Dave McDuffie, who resides in both New Hampshire and state of Florida. It's kind of sad because I did speak to David the day afterwards, and he told me that the horse did not come out of the race good at all, and what they suspected came true, that they thought it was a coffin bone issue. And what will be coming up at the Meadowlands will be the Hambletonian. Maureen Faubert was at the Hambletonian in 2013 when Royalty for Life won. She was right there in the winner's circle, rubbing elbows with all the elite of the harness racing world. And it's funny because the way the pendulum swung, Wednesday before the Hambletonian, she was working at Westport Fair in beautiful New York. She went from Westport all the way to East Rutherford, New Jersey in just a few days, and went from fair racing to the top tier of harness racing. And that was a great, great day. I was there, and it was a lot of fun. We were a guest of Chip Campbell, and they get a chance to go into the paddock and see the horse. And we're going to try to gather these horses up for a post parade here for the third race of the afternoon. The horses for the third race are on the racetrack. We're gathering them up for a post parade here at the Clinton County Fair. A field of three will be going postward here in the third race of the afternoon. Just a reminder, everybody that's in the paddock area, that in order for us to have the event here, it was agreed upon that the rules and regulations of all COVID-19 and local health department guidelines would be met. So make sure you're wearing a mask in the paddock area and you try to maintain the 6-foot social distance. And we have some spectators in the grandstand. Spaced out quite a bit. Waiting for these horses to come together for a post parade. Slowly making their way over. And they're taking their time. Well, let's take a look at the field. Number 1, Elegant Blue has been scratched. The number 2 horse in the field is the SURREAL Thing. It's owned by James Doherty Jr., Monticello, New York. Jim Doherty Jr. trains with Chris Doherty doing the driving. Number 3 is Miley Rose, owned by Don Lewandowski of Poland, New York, and Gail Farrell of Poland. Leon Bailey trains and drives. And number 4 is Roll with K, Scott LePage of Moira, New York. He owns, trains, and reigns. The daughter of Roll with Joe. So the horses will be taking one score, then going directly towards the starting gate. And it looks like Mark Whitcroft will be driving the 4 horse. And who looks the best in this race? Well, you got to take a look at the number 3 horse, Miley Rose. Miley Rose, victorious at Hemlock in a time of 2:03. Pretty decent time. Was victorious just the week before at Afton in a time of 2:08. Horse has had 4 starts, 2 wins. Has made exactly $3,500 and will be looking to add to its payroll this afternoon. It's also looking good in the field. It's the SURREAL Thing, winning at Afton in a time of 2:14. And the number 4 horse, Roll with K, in search of its first victory, as a second and a third. Finished second in Afton, finished third at the Franklin County Fair in Malone. These 3 will be going postward for the third race of the afternoon. The 2-year-old Philly Pacers, second division. Purse on the line is $2,000. They're heading their way towards the starting gate. It's 81 degrees here at the Clinton County Fair. We have a very, very slight breeze coming through, but it's comfortable. Very, very comfortable this afternoon. And the starting gate's in motion for race number 3.
Yeah.
The Pacers are making their way into the turn. Elegant Blue has been scratched. The competitors will be the SURREAL Thing, Miley Rose, and Roll with K. Mark Whitcroft's on the 4.
On the 4?
Yes.
Whitcroft.
They're at the head of the stretch, and here they come. And they're off. Center of the racetrack, Miley Rose is going to look to grab the lead early. The SURREAL Thing is going to settle back second. Roll with K is third as they head their way into the turn. Miley Rose, bright orange brace bandages on the front end. And this horse is very colorful looking for Leon Bailey, his daughter of So Surreal. She's in search of her 3rd win of the racing season. And Leon Bailey looks comfortable on the front end. The SURREAL Thing makes a break going towards the quarter pole, now back pacing again. But in doing so, loses that second spot to Roll with K. So Roll with K now second. The SURREAL Thing races third, and they're all following Miley Rose up towards that quarter pole.
33 and 4.
33 and 4 was the opening panel. It's Miley Rose up on top by about 6.5, 7 lengths. Roll with K racing second, now a closer second. The SURREAL Thing third. And that horse is about 4 lengths behind Roll with K. The trio head the way out of the turn. They're going to come towards that half-mile pole. And Miley Rose up on top, very distinguished looking. Nice colorful legs on this one, kind of a neon orange color. And as are the lines on this horse too. And it kind of matches what Leon Bailey's colors are.
104 and 2.
104 and change, 104 and 2 I think, was the half-mile time. Roll with K second, the SURREAL Thing is third. As they head down the backside, they're going to go more towards the 3/4 pole. And it's Miley Rose up on top, this daughter of So Surreal out of Bella's Bliss. It's on top and opening up by about now 8, 9, 10 lengths. Racing second, Roll with K. The SURREAL Thing races third. As they go to 3/4, it's Miley Rose. She's up on top. And the only thing she'll have to look at now is the clock to see how fast she goes over this half-mile oval here in beautiful Plattsburgh, New York.
136 and 1.
136 and 1 is the three-quarter pole time. The race is going to be for second. Roll with K is up on top by about 3, but the Surreal Thing seems to be closing just a bit. As they head the way out of the turn, it's Miley Rose on top. Roll with K second. The Surreal Thing looked like it was making a move, but then backed off. As they head to the wire, it's all Miley Rose this afternoon. Racing second, Roll with K. Here comes the Surreal Thing back again. Oh, that's close. I think we're going to need a photograph on that one. The Surreal Thing all of a sudden had a little extra charge at the wire.
205.
2:05 time for the mile. Very impressive last fractions for Miley Rose. Well, the judge will be taking a look at the photo system that we have here to determine who was second. And it was close. I tell you, it looked like Roll with K was going to hold on, but the Surreal Thing, the last final jumps really, really closed quite well. And we'll be asking for those fractions. What was the fractions, Miss Faubert? Yeah.
33 and 4.
33 and 4.
104 and 2.
104 and 2.
136 and 1.
136 and 1.
205.
2:05. The last half was a minute and 3/5. 28 and 4 last quarter. Yes, Judge.
Here it is. Finish the top down. Scratch 2-1-3.
Scratch 2-1-3. So the Surreal Thing did get up for that second spot. Quite impressive. The place position. It looked like the Surreal Thing wasn't going to get there at the head of the stretch. And God, this was dug in. Miley Rose coming back towards the winner's circle. It is a Bay Philly 2-year-old by So Surreal out of Bella's Bliss by Blissful Hall. Don Lewandowski of Poland, New York, and Gail Fowler also of Poland own this one. Leon Bailey trains and drives. It is the third win of the season for number 3, Miley Rose, covering the mile in 2:05. Here's the order of finish. Number 1, Elegant Blue, did not start. 2, The Surreal Thing was second. 3, Miley Rose, the race winner. Number 4, Roll with K was third. Top down at scratch, 2, 1, 3 in the bottom. Fractional times, quarter went 33 and 4. The half in 104 and 2. 3/4, 136 and 1. Time for the mile, 2:05. Again, it's the third win of the season for Miley Rose. And it is official. Let's take a look at the fourth race of the afternoon. It will be a field of 5 going postward. I understand that the number 1 horse, Do You Adore Me, is scratched.
No, not for sure.
Not for sure now. We're not sure if the horse will be scratched. So we'll have to wait till they come onto the racetrack. And we'll take a couple of minute break, and then we'll take a look at the horses. We'll be competing in race number 4.
See if I can get that working for you too.
Have you been able to hear me?
No. Can you hear us? No. We had them working in the car.
Who's doing the starting?
Keith Hansen.
Keith? It looked like him.
I don't think the one is scratched.
All right. What's the matter?
3.
He's got to do it. Things difficult for him.
Coming up will be the fourth race of the afternoon.
I didn't get first call.
And if I'm talking a lot over in the paddock area, it's because we are broadcasting on YouTube. So many of your friends and family members are watching today. And we checked earlier, and we had 40 people that were watching us on YouTube. And also, somebody was watching as far away as Wyoming. So we'll have a field of going to post will be the fourth race, a purse of $3,000 on the line. And a horse that has caught my eye is ready for workout. Now on the program it shows that the horse has 5 starts, but it actually has 6. The race from the other day at Tioga Downs is not recorded here. The horse finished second race, really, really good. So the horse has 6 starts, 3 wins, 1 second, 2 thirds. And has made probably a little over $7,000. And it is another good one for Earl Sauvé. Earl Sauvé had certified a trotter last year that was, I think he won the County Sire Stakes, Fair Sire Stakes final. I think that was at Monticello, and then won the Excelsior at Saratoga. But when he didn't own the horse actually when it won the Excelsior final. He sold the horse just before, and which is kind of a nice thing because he said the horse has a tendency or a good chance, I guess, to make most of its purchase back, and it did. I think the purse was either $50,000 or $55,000, and so the winner I think was $27,500 out of the race. It might have been 55 or 50, right in that ballpark there. But it was either between 25 and 27.5 that the horse made back in its first start. And then I followed the horse a little bit, and in like a 5-week period of time, the horse made more than what its purchase price was. All right, we got some more people to say hello to. Wow, this is coming from all over the place. Now we have Cheryl, and Cheryl's from Saratoga. We want to say hi, first of all, thank you for watching. Looks like Carmen, is that the name? Carmen? From Caledonia, New York. Mary from Worcester. Is that Worcester, Massachusetts? Well, is that Worcester, Mass, really? Okay. And it's George something or other from Afton, Georgia. And then Charles from Pleasantville. Now, what is Pleasantville famous for? Do you know, Maureen, what Pleasantville is famous for? The Reader's Digest from Pleasantville? I think so. Charles, let us know if Reader's Digest is from Pleasantville, New York, because I believe that's in Westchester County. And let us know that. I think that's Pleasantville is famous for that. And Worcester, Massachusetts is famous for what, Maureen Faubert? Do you know what famous thing occurred at Worcester, Massachusetts? She's not even listening to me. I think, what famous thing happened in Worcester, Mass?
I don't know. They probably
I think
burned witches. I don't know.
not witches.
Worcester.
Robert Goddard, I believe,
Say Worcester.
had his. I think he launched his rocket. It was in Worcester, Mass, or right beside it in Auburn, Mass. I know that in Auburn, Mass, there is a rocket with his name on it. I think not too far from the town hall. But I think he actually flew it out of Worcester, but he lived in Auburn. But anyways, that's many, many years ago. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. This is great. And we'll find out soon enough if I was correct about Pleasantville being the home of Reader's Digest. Great to have crowd participation. Geez, if they like it that much, I'll set up a GoFundMe page. That would be great, huh? They were buying everybody lunch up in Plattsburgh, New York today. Yeah, take a look at some of the other horses in this trotting race. We talked about ready for workout. White Light comes off a victory in Malone of 2:22 and 2. Yeah, they can't really hear it that well, but I will play the bugle. First call. Let's see here.
In the first race? The first race was 24-5-2-1.
Horses making their way into the racetrack for the post parade for the fourth race of the afternoon. It's the New York County Fair Sire Stakes, the 2-year-old Trotters, Colts and Geldings, going for a purse of $3,000. Number 1 in the field is Do You Adore Me. This horse is racing. It's owned by the Stein Racing Stable of Moreau, New York, trained and driven by Harvey Stein. Mr. Irwin, number 2, is owned by Irwin Lampert, Delray Beach, Florida, trained by Scott Monjon, driven by Mark Whitcroft. 3, it is Gale Force Kelly, his own trained and driven by Kevin Gale of Moira, New York. The number 4 horse in the field, it's White Light. Who scratched?
4 horse.
The 4 horse is scratched. White Light is out of it. So number 5 in the field is Ready for Workouts, owned, trained and driven by Earl Sauvé of Malone, New York. And the 6 horse is Flyhawk Ferrari, owned by Ian Morgan of Stillwater and C.L. Huckabone Jr., Utica, New York, trained and driven by Claude Huckabone Jr. So we'll have 5 going postward here in the 4th. As Mr. Irwin's getting a little rambunctious out there. He's eager to go. And Mark Whitcroft is trying to rein him in, as the expression goes.
Alrighty then.
So we have 5 horses going postward here in the 4th race of the afternoon. And the number 4 horse, White Light, has been scratched. And it's been good racing today. 81 degrees, just a slight breeze coming through. And really haven't noticed much dust on the racetrack today. Usually that first turn can sometimes be brutal on a hot summer's day, but it is quite nice this afternoon. Track crew is doing a great job. And Mother Nature chipped in last night with some rains that came down. And many people on Facebook from the North Country posted they were very appreciative of Mother Nature kicking in a little water to help out with the dry conditions that were up here in the North Country. So they're making their way towards the starting gate, and the gate is in motion. Behind the gate we have Do You Adore Me, Mr. Irwin, Gale Force Kelly, Ready for Workout, and Flyhawk Ferrari. The number 3 horse, Gale Force Kelly, named after Kelly Gale, Kevin's father. Kevin owns, trains, and drives this horse. And he lost his father, I think it was a year or so ago. And God rest his soul. He was a big harness racing fan. A lot of the Gales were involved in harness racing throughout the state of New York. They're at the head of the stretch, and Do You Adore Me, having a little problem behind the gate, goes off stride. And they're off and trotting, and Mr. Irwin, who acted up in the post parade, is quickly going to grab the lead. Racing second, Gale Force Kelly. Third spot, Flyhawk Ferrari. Ready for Workout is 4th, and the early trailer is Do You Adore Me. As they head their way into the turn, kind of an interesting the way they headed into the turn, Mr. Irwin shows the way. Ready for Workout, he took the rail position as Gale Force Kelly and Flyhawk Ferrari kind of drifted away from the rail. And now Flyhawk Ferrari made a break. Gale Force Kelly made a slight break, but is now back trotting. As they head towards the quarter pole, it's Mr. Irwin up on top, and it is the son of Manningly, and Mark Whitcroft shows the way. Ready for Workout is a closer second. 34 and 4 is the opening panel. So Mr. Irwin is up on top. Ready for Workout is going to have his hands cut out. Work cut out for him, I should say. Hands cut out. It sounds like the Captain Hook as they come out of the turn. The work cut out to try to get closer to Mr. Irwin, and he looks like he is making a little effort and is getting a little closer. Whitcroft does look over his shoulder, and he does hear hoofbeats coming at him as they head towards the half-mile pole. It's Mr. Irwin up on top, Ready for Workout second. Flyhawk Ferrari racing third. Gale Force Kelly's 4th, and Do You Adore Me is the trailer.
106 and 2.
Went to the half in 106 and 2. As they're in the turn to go down the backside, they're going to head towards 3/4, and Mr. Irwin's going to try to take him there, but maybe it's going to be Ready for Workout. The Ready for Workout is now about 2 lengths behind the leader, and he'll be charging after Mr. Irwin as they head towards the 3/4 pole. It's Mr. Irwin to the inside and Ready for Workout to the outside. It just goes right on by. Ready for Workout, and Earl Sauvé is up on top. It is the son of What a Workout, shows the way towards 3/4 and opens up now by 2.5.
140 and 4.
140 and 4 is 3/4. Mr. Irwin has to race second. He was cutting a mile out, but looks good, a strong second. Flyhawk Ferrari trots third, racing 4th, Gale Force Kelly, And Do You Adore Me is in the back of the pack and looks like it's grazing in the final turn. He's not going anywhere. As they come for home, ready for workout, and Earl Sauvé, he's got himself another winner, got himself another nice racehorse. Racing second, Mr. Irwin. Third spot, Gale Force Kelly. Flyhawk Ferrari is fourth. And we're looking for Do You Adore Me is in the first turn, and he's just walking. And all he has to do is walk around the racetrack, and he should get fifth money. There he
12
goes.
and 1.
What was the time?
2:12 and 1.
2:12 and 1, the time for the mile for the winner, ready for workout, the unofficial race winner. And Do You Adore Me is going to complete the mile. And if things work out just right, by the time this horse crosses the wire, ready for workout, will be having his picture taken. So we'll have to wait for Do You Adore Me to come by in order for this horse to finish fifth and be eligible for first money.
Quarters.
Go ahead.
34 and 4. 106 and 2. 140 and 4. 212 and 1.
Thank you. He pulled up. Yeah. Well, the number one horse, Do You Adore Me, pulled up by the three-quarter pole and is heading back towards the barn area. So the horse will be listed as did not finish. So heading back to the winner's circle, we'll be ready for workout. Get his fourth win of the racing season, this 2-year-old. And kind of a nice mile, 2:12 and 1. And he just coasted home. And this is ready for workout. The Bay Colt 2-year-old by What a Workout out of Oven Ready by Tagliabue. Earl Sauvé, Malone, New York, owns, trains, and drives. Again, time for the mile, 2:12 and 1.
Number 1,
Very nice. The crowd seems to like this one. So, waiting for the judge to give us a rundown.
Top to down is DNF. Second,
I'll await your final decision.
fourth, scratch, the winner, and 3.
Thank you, sir. All right, taking a look at the rundown. The number one horse, Do You Adore Me, did not finish. Number 2, Mr. Irwin, was second. 3, Gale Force Kelly, finished fourth. 4, White Light, did not start. Number 5, Ready for Workout, the race winner. And number 6, Flyhawk Ferrari, third. Top down, it's DNF, 2, 4. DNS did not start. 1, 3 in the bottom. Fractional times, quarter went 34 and 4. The half in 106 and 2. 3/4, 1 minute 40 and 4/5. Time for the mile, 2 minutes 12 and 1. Well, coming up will be the 5th race of the afternoon. And there will be a field of 4 going postward. And it's the New York County Fair Sire Stakes, the 2-year-old pacing Colts and Geldings. Purse will be for $2,900. And they should be out on the racetrack momentarily. Horses look like they're warming up for some of the later races. So we'll have a little break in the action, and we'll be back here at the Clinton County Fairgrounds in beautiful Plattsburgh, New York, for more exciting racing action. 12 exciting races in store for you this afternoon. We've already been through 4 of them. We'll be back in just a bit. Everybody having fun today? Oh, thank you for everybody coming out. It's a beautiful day. Well,
Thank you.
So what do you have? Green and white colors?
Green, white, and gold.
Okay. Are you watching? Yes. Why, it was too good to be me? See, I even mentioned your name. So did you hear that? Yeah. You know, after all the times I've mentioned your name over the radio and TV, you're a celebrity, you know. Mm-hmm. So, but anyways, yeah, there's quite a few people watching today. I'm impressed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. I tell you, it's a beautiful day. I mean, this place usually is brutal, but it's nice today. Yeah. No, but we do have some folks that have come to watch the races here in the grandstand. So, yes, yeah, they are in there. Yes, yeah. But anyways, yeah, that would have been nice to have seen you. Well, I'll give you another big shout out. So, I'll give you a phone number too. so they can call. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye. Bye bye. Well, we have quite an audience on YouTube. I just heard from Roger Cross, hails from Bennington, Vermont. And he's watching down there, and we've got people from as far away as Wyoming. Kind of nice. Horses are coming on the track for the post parade for the 5th race. Let's take a look at this field. Number 1 is Ideal Olympic Ace. Dennis and Simone Naud of Saratoga Springs are the owners. Claude Huckabone Jr. trains and drives. Number 2 is Parallel Line, owned by Bill Larrow and Bill Larrow Jr., Ferrisburgh, Vermont. Henry Westbrook III trains and drives. 3, it's Little Sammy Chung's, owned by Paul and Sean Warner of Malone, New York. Sean Warner trains and drives. And number 4 is Brave Element. Go Where the Money Is stable of Victor, New York. Claude Huckabone III is
Dustin
the
Miller.
trainer, and Dustin Miller is the driver. So 4 will be going postward here in the 5th race. A little quick look-see. And we have Parallel Line. This was won at Saratoga in the 22nd. Went basically wire to wire. It was hung to the quarter. Timed in 2 minutes even, but its fastest time was a qualifying mile in 1:59.2 at Saratoga. Has over $5,400 earned so far the racing season. 4 starts, 2 of them being victories. Brave Element, though, it is no stranger to the winner's circle, coming off back-to-back victories in Hemlock and Malone. Went in 2:04 in Malone, which was a very fast time that day. Has $2,610 on its card. Again, 3 starts, 2 of them being victories. Also in the field from Afton's win, it's Ideal Olympic Ace. This horse won in 2:09. Has 1 win in 2 starts. And the horse looking for its first win of the season, it is Little Sammy Chung. This is a son of Heston Blue Chip, owned by Paul and Sean Warner. Sean Warner trains and drives. And his family members are here today. His mom and grandmama are here right at the fairgrounds watching the races this afternoon. They're behind the starting gate. Gates in motion, 5th race. Ideal Olympic Ace, Parallel Line, Little Sammy Chung, and Brave Element. A field of 4 going postward here in the 5th race of the afternoon. On a beautiful day. The clouds are not here in New York. They look more like they're over in Vermont. No, there are some up above. But right above the fairgrounds, it's beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky. They're at the head of the stretch, and here they come. And they're off and pacing, and Parallel Line's going to go right up on top. And Westbrook has a handful of this one as they head into the turn. Ideal Olympic Ace is going to settle in second to the outside. Little Sammy Chung, Brave Element underway as they head the way into the turn. Parallel Line, the son of Heston Blue Chip, is on top as the leader. Ideal Olympic Ace races towards the inside. Little Sammy Chung led ideas about going after the leader. Now maybe he's looking to settle back to be third. There's a hole there to fill right in front of Brave Element, who's racing fourth. As they head towards the quarter pole, it's Parallel Line up on top. Little Sammy Chung still races towards the outside to the inside. Ideal Olympic Ace, that's the top 3. A closer fourth for Brave Element.
33 and 2.
33 and 2 is the opening quarter as they head their way out of the turn. And right on the bit, it is Parallel Line. Henry Westbrook III guiding this one towards the half. On the inside, it's Ideal Olympic Ace. Little Sammy Chung races up on the outside as a big neon yellow hood on. And the trailer, it's Brave Element. As they head towards the half-mile pole, and it's Parallel Line taking them there. On the inside, Ideal Olympic Ace second.
105 and 2.
105 and 2 half-mile time. Little Sammy Chung racing third, and Brave Element towards the back of the pack. As they're making their way into the turn, they're going to go down the backside. Second and final time, and it's Parallel Line up on top. They're bunching up now. Ideal Olympic Ace racing second, and just as I said that, Parallel Line decides to skirt away from the field, and now Parallel Line is opening up. I tell you, his racing game is Little Sammy Chung. Now races to the outside second. Still on the outside second. Now it's going to get some real position as they head by 3/4. Olympic Ace is third. 136 and change was 3/4. As they're making their way for home, Brave Elements tipping to the outsides, get some pace. As they swing out of the turn, it's Parallel Line on top as the leader showing the way home. Little Sammy Chung's racing second. He's had the toughest trip of all. On the outside, here comes Brave Element coming after them. As they come towards the wire, it's Parallel Line up on top. Little Sammy Chung holds on to be second. Brave Element third, and Ideal Olympic Ace races fourth. 2:05 and 3, very nice mile here in Plattsburgh this afternoon of 2:05 and 3/5.
Quarters. 33 and 2. 105 and 2. 136 and 3. 205 and 3.
Time for the mile was 2:05 and 3. Last half was in a minute and a fifth. Last quarter was in 29 seconds. And I tell you, the horse that really impressed me was Little Sammy Chung. This horse chose not to take an early spot. Would have settled back to be third, but he raced on the outside, driver Sean Warner. Did get some rail relief as they headed towards 3/4, and he had oncoming Brave Element coming at him at the wire, but managed to hold on for a second spot. Pretty good trip, Little Sammy Chung, but the winner of the race will be Parallel Line, and Henry Westbrook III took the son of Heston Blue Chip up on top and never looked back. Impressive last fractions of 29 for the quarter, a minute and 1/5 for the half. And Parallel Line is heading back towards the winner's circle.
Order of finish, 4-1-2-3.
Thank you, Judge. And the race is official. Parallel Line heads back to the winner's circle. He's a Bay Colt 2-year-old by Heston Blue Chip out of Marcia by Northern Luck. William Larrow of Ferrisburgh, Vermont, along with William Larrow Jr. of Ferrisburgh. They own this horse. Henry Westbrook III training and driving. 2:05 and 3 time for the mile. Look good. get another win, 3 wins of his racing season out of 5 starts for Parallel Line. Here's the order of finish. Number 1, Ideal Olympic Ace was 4th. 2, Parallel Line, the race winner. 3, Little Sammy Chun was 2nd. And number 4, Brave Element finished 3rd. And Henry's getting the approval from the crowd this afternoon. Top down, it's 4, 1, 2, 3. Fractions, quarter went 33 and 2. Half 105 and 2. 3/4 136 and 3. Time for the mile 205 and 3/5. The 6th race of the afternoon will be coming up. We'll be looking for Marquis Dream, Miss Syracuse, and Wendy's Hope. There'll be 3 going postward here in the 6th race of the afternoon from the Clinton County Fairgrounds in Plattsburgh, New York. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and you're watching the races on YouTube. I hope that you're all having a great time. I want to thank each and every person that took the time to fire up the computer and watching us on YouTube this afternoon. It's Sire Stakes action, the New York County Fair Sire Stakes from Plattsburgh, New York.
Breeze, isn't it?
What's that?
Today is just a breeze.
Yeah.
Going nuts.
Does she want the info from today? If I can print it and you send it to me, right?
And just a reminder, I want to make sure that everybody follows the COVID-19 local health guidelines. And you must wear a mask, and you must maintain the 6-foot social distancing that is required. I want to thank the folks here at the Clinton County Fairgrounds for allowing racing today. It was all part and parcel of everybody making sure that we try to stay as safe as possible in following the guidelines. Well, lots of folks watching the YouTube this afternoon. We had people from Saratoga, Caledonia, Worcester, Afton, and Pleasantville. And it's a great day. Too bad you couldn't have been here. I mean, the weather is absolutely perfect. And we get some more messaging coming in. All right, we have Scott, and Scott's from Spring Hill, Florida. Wow, many thanks to you. And now we're going to have to find out. We wanted to find out who is farthest away. Is Wyoming farther away from Florida?
It's Wyoming, New York.
Oh, Wyoming, New York. You made me look like a fool. Wyoming, New York. So I'm going to safe to say that Spring Hill, Florida is farther away. There is a Florida, New York, you know. Don't come back and tell me that that's where that is. Florida, New York is right out by the ocean. They're trying to make me look foolish this afternoon, which isn't hard to do. So, but I really appreciate everybody that's just responding and making comments on YouTube this afternoon. Had quite a bit of response. Great racing action today. We've got some nice Colts that have been racing here today. And the track conditions are perfect. I haven't seen this track look this good in quite a few years. So I have to commend the track crew for what they've done so far today. And Mother Nature. Mother Nature came in last night and gave this North Country a good dousing of rain. They were in dire need of it. And I think that combination, along with what the track crew is doing now, has helped bring this racetrack into the great shape that it's in this afternoon. So this is kind of a neat concept, the racing over YouTube. And I'll have to ask the YouTube fellow. Now, are you going to be in Governor, New York? What's that? Maybe. Okay, I'll be in Governor, New York, which will be on August 7th. And maybe you'll get a chance to watch the racing action on YouTube at that time. And I'll be in Norwich, New York, I think August 20th. And maybe there's a possibility there also. So, which is kind of nice. And with COVID-19 keeping people kind of away from each other and people opting not to come out to the races, they can still have an opportunity to watch the races live right here on YouTube. And this is a great concept. Was this your idea?
Yes.
Congratulations. This was tremendous.
Well, thank you.
And I want to thank Kelly because I'm sure she gave the blessing.
Yes.
Yes, she did.
Yes, thank you very much,
Yep.
Kelly.
Kelly Young, thank you if you're watching this afternoon.
They were not going to be broadcast, and so I had time because of this COVID crisis, so I thought it'd be something that'd be fun to do.
It is great. I had the opportunity of watching it when they raced out of Boonville. I watched from my office in Massachusetts for a few of the races, and it was great. Listen to my counterpart, Doug Cater. Doug does excellent race calls. And we're here in Clinton County Fairgrounds in beautiful Plattsburgh, New York. It's actually not Plattsburgh. Isn't this Morrisonville, which is just right next door? But everybody calls it Plattsburgh. And we get horses coming onto the racetrack. For the sixth race of the afternoon, let's take a look at the field. Number 1 is Marquis Dreams, owned by Scott Miller of Messina, New York, and Jack Hargett of Mineville, New York, trained by Christina Miller. Josh Miller does the driving. 2 is Miss Syracuse, owned by Scott LePage of Ira, New York, trained by Cheryl Whitcroft. Mark Whitcroft drives. And 3 is Wendy's Hope, owned and trained by Dale Allen of Brushton, New York. Garrett McQueen is the driver. It's 3-year-old trotters. These fillies, first division, purse $2,000. And let's take a look at the field. Last year, Miss Syracuse, as a 2-year-old, this daughter of Muscles Yankee, made over $14,000, had a mark of 202 and 3 at Saratoga on a trap rated as good. The other 2 horses in the race are still in search of their first victory. Marquis Dream, a daughter of Crazed, and Wendy's Hope, a daughter of Lucky Chucky. And these 3 will be heading towards the starting gate for race number 6 of the afternoon. So after this 6th race, we'll have 6 more to go. A beautiful day for racing action here in Plattsburgh. The last time Miss Syracuse race, Malone finished third, finished second over in Afton. And this horse did have a win last year, as we talked about, in Excelsior Series. Race won by a head at Saratoga in 2:02 and 3. And so this looks like the predominant horse in the race. With Wendy's Hope, is 9 starts, no victories, but 2 seconds and 3/3. So in the money, 5 out of 9. As the one horse Marquis Dream, not a record as good, 9 starts, 2 seconds, with no wins and no thirds. The gates in motion for the 6th race of the afternoon. And the starter this afternoon is Mr. Keith Hamilton. Keith's been about racing many, many years. Very friendly with his father, Dick Hamilton, who is a friend to all. And Dick's no longer with us. He's sadly missed. And his brother Bruce Hamilton was a major player in a lot of this racing stakes action with great purses, with casinos coming to the state of New York. And maybe we'll talk about Bruce in just a bit. And they're off and trotting, and Miss Syracuse goes on top to show the way. Wendy's Hope racing second. Marquis Dream towards the inside third as they head their way into the turn. Miss Syracuse on top, looking for her first win of the 2020 racing season, shows the way for driver Mark Whitcroft. A closer second now for Wendy's Hope. Marquis Dream racing third. As they head down the backside, going to go up towards the quarter pole, and Miss Syracuse is going to take him there. Wendy's Hope racing a very patient second, about 4.5, 5 lengths to Marquis Dream third, trying to get closer to the top 2 as they head towards the quarter pole. Miss Syracuse, it's Muscle Yankee's daughter, showing the way by 1.5 lengths. Wendy's Hope racing second.
34 and 3.
34 and 3 is the quarter pole time, and a closer third now for Marquis Dream. The trio heading the way out of the turn, coming to the half-mile pole, and Mark Whitcroft and Miss Syracuse going to show the way. Wendy's Hope races the pocket. Marquis Dream, inch by inch, gets to a closer third as they head up towards the half-mile pole, and it's Miss Syracuse up on top. Looking comfortable on the front end, Mark Whitcroft and Miss Syracuse. Wendy's Hope and Garrett McQueen looks over his shoulder, wants to see how close Marquis Dream is as they go by that half-mile pole.
108 and 1.
108 and 1 is the half-mile time. They're in the turn. They're going to go down the backside, second and final time, with Miss Syracuse on top. Wendy's Hope racing second. Marquis Dream trying to get closer towards the top 2, but to no avail. As they head towards 3/4, it's going to be a battle between Miss Syracuse and Wendy's Hope. Third spot, Marquis Dream. As they drive towards 3/4, it's Miss Syracuse on top. Wendy's Hope has the helmet right on the helmet of Mark Whitcroft, and there goes Wendy's Hope off stride. Miss Syracuse. Miss Syracuse makes a break, and Wendy's Hope finds herself up on top by about 15 in that final turn. In a heartbeat, she went right on by. Racing second, Miss Syracuse. Marquis Dream was third. As they come towards the wire, it's all Wendy's Hope. She took advantage of the breaking Miss Syracuse, and she'll go on to have her picture taken this afternoon. The daughter of Lucky Chucky, Wendy's Hope and Garrett McQueen winning it all. Miss Syracuse racing second. Third spot goes to Marquis Dream. Time for the mile was 2 minutes 11 and 3/5.
Quarters. 34 and 3. 108 and 1. 141 and 3. 211 and 3.
Well, time for the mile was 2:11 and 3. 3/4 was 141 and 3. Wendy's Hope trotted last quarter in 30 seconds even. And it would have been a good, these two horses would have squared off, Miss Syracuse and Wendy's Hope, but Miss Syracuse a little miscue going by the 3/4 pole, and Wendy's Hope jumped over all that opportunity and is going in to have its picture taken this afternoon's third race.
Order finish, top down, 3-2-1.
3-2-1 is the order of finish.
It's official.
And it is official from Judge Tim Lamphere. Wendy so back to the winner's circle. She's a brown filly 3-year-old by Lucky Chucky out of East Creek. Wendy by credit winner. Dale Allen of Brush, New York. He trains this horse. Garrett McQueen, the winning driver. The time for the mile, 2 minutes 11 and 3/5. Here's the order of finish. Number 1, Marquis Dream was third. 2, Miss Syracuse second. Number 3, Wendy Soap, the race winner. In top down 3-2-1. Fractional times, the quarter went in 34 and 3. The half in 108 and 1. 3/4 141 and 3. Time for the mile, 2 minutes 11 and 3/5. It's the first lifetime victory for number 3, Wendy Soap. 7th race will be coming up. It's the New York County Fair Sire Stakes. The 3-year-old Trotters, the Fillies. Second division purse will be $2,000, and we'll be looking for Curly Pops, My Blue Opal, Not Out of the Woods, and Megan C. to come onto the racetrack to compete the 7th race of the afternoon here at Clinton County Fairgrounds.
Don't hang yourself out. That's too early.
Take a couple of minute break, and we'll have the horses onto the 7th race coming onto the track momentarily.
Wait, you gotta do something. What do you think you moved down there for? He was up there. He's just like a little close. And the dragon is on, what, 5 months on? You ever got your goat there? Forgot.
You have Miller on the 4-horse in the next race.
How you doing today?
Doing okay. Got my mask.
I see that. Looks good.
It's keeping me legal, so.
Well, have to be. Good crowd here today. Crowd advertised.
Yes.
Yeah.
Considering you got a good enough view here.
The horsemen to return their saddle pads to where they got them.
Okay. Attention in the barn area. Horsemen, make sure you return your saddle pads to the area that you picked them up. Again, in the barn area. Horsemen, make sure you return your saddle pads to the area where that you picked them up. Horses for the 7th race are making their way onto the racetrack. And let's take a look at this field. Now, what sticks out to me most is Harold Smith. He's 86 years young, and he's driving this afternoon's 7th race. 86, hails from Malone, New York, and he's been driving forever. So he's been around a long, long time. Let's take a look at the horses. Curly Pops, who was being driven by Harold Smith, was victorious last year at Saratoga in 202 and 4. Take a look at My Blue Opal. This horse won this year, 158 and 1 at Tioga. Had 3 starts, a second in a second position. So 5 starts, 2 wins, 1 second, and no thirds. This horse has improved over last year, having 12 starts with no victories, but did make over $17,000, just shy of $18,000. As did number 3, Not Out of the Woods. Now, this horse looks like in reverse. This horse had a dynamite year last year. 15 starts, 5 of them being victories, just making shy of $18,000. Had a mark of 204 and 1, or still does, from Monticello. This year, 4 starts, no victories, but 3 times finishing second. And Megan C. This horse has 4 starts this year, has not made an appearance in the top 3. Last year, won 59-4 at Vernon with 1 win out of 14 starts and made over $5,300. Those will be the field of 4 that will be going postward here in the 7th race of the afternoon. We still have some horses that are warming up, and we have the rest of these horses gathering in the first turn for the post parade. And let's take a look at the field for the 7th race. Number 1 is Curly Pops. Curly Pops is owned, trained, and driven by Harold Smith of Malone, New York. Number 2 is My Blue Opals, owned by Bob Gale of Vernon, New York. He trains this one also. Got Claude Huckabone Jr. in the bike. Not Out of the Woods, number 3 is owned by Cheryl Davis Whitcroft, Saratoga Springs, trained by Cheryl, driven by Mark Whitcroft. And number 4 is Megan C. is owned by Robin Dot Limited of Farmingdale, New York, and Chris Daly of Victor, New York. It is trained by Claude Huckabone III, and Dustin Miller will drive number 4, Megan C. New York County Fair Sire Stakes, the 3-year-old Trotters. The Fillies, 2nd Division. These Trotters go for a purse of $2,000. And they'll be heading their way towards the starting gate.
Is Patty here until the end? No, today.
It's been a great day of racing action so far here at the Clinton County Fairgrounds in beautiful Plattsburgh, New York.
She's here.
The history of Plattsburgh goes back a few years. I believe this was once a strategic air command, a SAC base, I think was once located here many, many years ago.
I always have this program.
And it's a big college town also. An opportunity to drive through the town last night, and it's very, very attractive. Very nice town here in the North Country. And the starting gate's in motion for the 7th race of the afternoon. 4 going behind the gate. Let's take a look. Number 1 is Curly Pops. 2, My Blue Opal. 3 is Not Out of the Woods. And number 4, Megan C. This field's midway in the turn. They're at the head of the stretch, and here they come. And they're off and trotting and Not Out of the Woods. And Mark Whitcroft wants to grab the lead early. My Blue Opal's also leaving to the inside. Curly Pops racing forth Megan C as they head their way into the turn. Not Out of the Woods going on top to show the way. Curly Pops towards the inside. Up on the outside, My Blue Opal. These two are battling for the 2nd spot. Back in the pack, that's Megan C going on a run. As they head up towards the quarter pole, My Blue Opal and Claude Huckabone Jr. couldn't find a hole and now decides to challenge for the lead. And My Blue Opal is going to go up on top and show the way for the daughter of Muscles Yankee. Not Out of the Woods racing back 2nd. Curly Pops is 3rd. And Megan C. back on the trot is 4th.
32-2.
32-2 is the opening quarter as they head their way into the turn. They're going to come by the grandstand for the first time. And My Blue Opal has 2 wins of the 2020 racing season, looking for its 3rd victory of this racing year. My Blue Opal's on top, racing 2nd, Not Out of the Woods. These are the top 2 as they head their way out of the turn. Curly Pops a little trouble trotting as they swing out of the turn, and Megan C. towards the inside will now trot 3rd as they hit the half-mile pole. 103 and 4 is the half-mile time, and it's My Blue Opal on top as the leader. not out of the woods, racing second. Megan C towards the inside, third, and Curly Pops to the outside, racing fourth. As they head towards three quarters, and My Blue Opal picked up the lead at the quarter pole, but he's got company with Not Out of the Woods. These two fillies are on top, showing the way. My Blue Opal to the inside. Not Out of the Woods is pressuring the leader as they head towards three quarters. Third spot, Megan C, and trotting fourth, and actually off stride now, it's Curly Pops.
136 and 4.
136 and 4, three-quarter pole time. It's My Blue Opal up on top, but Not Out of the Woods is going to challenge the leader again. Half a length off as they swing out of the turn. It's My Blue Opal to the inside. Not Out of the Woods to the outside. Stride for stride. Muscle Yankee's daughter, My Blue Opal along the rail. Prayer I Am, Not Out of the Woods to the outside is coming after the leader. My Blue Opal, Not Out of the Woods. Not Out of the Woods going to win it all. My Blue Opal has to settle for second. As Mark Whitcroft, the Not Out of the Woods, was very patient to tackle the leader coming for home. Megan C is third, and Curly Pops racing fourth.
207 and 3.
2:07 and 3, the time for the mile for the seventh race of the afternoon.
Quarters,
Yep.
32 and 2. 103 and 4. 136 and 4. 207 and 3.
Well, we had My Blue Opal and Not Out of the Woods square off in that final turn. And it's Not Out of the Woods who prevailed that battle. Every mile 2:07 and 3. And she does have her first win of the 2020 racing season. After last year being so successful at 15 starts, 5 victories, it made just a hair under $18,000.
Overton got down 4-2-1-3.
Thanks, Jud. Headed to the winner's circle is number 3, Not Out of the Woods. The Philly 3-year-old by Prayer I Am out of Edge of the Woods by RC Royalty. Cheryl Davis Whitcroft of Saratoga Springs, New York. She owns and trains. Mark Whitcroft, the winning driver. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 3. Order of finishes as follows. Number 1, Curly Pops is fourth. 2, My Blue Opal second. 3, Not Out of the Woods, the race winner. 4, Megan C, third. Top down, it's 4-2-1-3. Fractional times, quarter 32 and 2. Half 103 and 4. Three quarters 136 and 4. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 3. The last quarter was trotted in 30 and 4/5. They came home a pretty good clip. That's the second winner of the racing program for driver Mark Whitcroft. And we'll have the 8th race coming on board shortly. And I was told earlier that the 2-horse Roller with Jessica will not be competing, but we'll have to see when they come onto the track. So if that's the case, we'll have a showdown between Generation Sissy and the Tricks on Me. And these horses should be on the racetrack momentarily for race number 8. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with more of the action here live from the Clinton County Fairgrounds in beautiful Plattsburgh, New York. How was Cindy today? Good, thank you. Not bad though. Many years this place really can get toasty. Yeah.
You got shade up there.
Governor and Norwich.
Governor and Norwich. Okay. Yeah, I'll do those. You'll call it for me?
Yeah.
Do play-by-play? The only ones that I was told that I can't do are Trumansburg and Goshen.
How come?
Because they're going to have more professional
Oh.
cameras.
Jesus, what you do isn't too bad.
Well, thank you. Cost is good, right?
Real good. Christ. My girlfriend will watch all of it tonight. She's working now. You can't do Goshen, huh?
No, well, Goshen will be broadcast, just not by me. Sire Stakes is going to do that one directly.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they call it.
Oh, well.
That's right.
Sire Stakes do like 2 a year.
They
'Cause
do.
that's the final, too.
Two different affairs every year. Last year they did Hemlock and Palmyra.
Oh, okay.
This year it's Trumansburg and Goshen.
I thought it was because of the final. The final's at Goshen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goshen didn't race it regular. 4th of July weekend, they didn't have them. They canceled.
Oh, because of that. Well, I'm glad this can help people. There's a lot of people watching who can't come. So I try to upgrade it every time. This time I got 2 cameras and a sound.
Horsemen like it. Especially when they can't be here.
The horses for the 8th race now making their way onto the racetrack for the post-parade. New York County Fair Sire Stakes, the 3-year-old pacing Fillies, first division. They'll battle for a purse of $2,000. Let's take a look at the field. Number 1 is Generation Sissy. owned by Norman Grand II of North Bangor, New York, and Lucas Grand of Watertown, New York, trained by Norm Grand II. Colton Grand does the driving. Number 2, Roller with Jessica, has been scratched. Number 3 is The Tricks on Me. It's owned by Brian LePage of Brushton, New York. He owns and he trains. Mark Whitcroft will do the driving. Taking a look at the field, the horse with the most experience in the winner's circle is number 3, The Tricks on Me. 9 starts of the 2019 racing season, 5 of them being victories, finishing second twice at a mark of 2:06 and 4 at Governor. This was raced at Malone on the 17th of July and victorious there in a time of 2:07 and 2. Undefeated for the racing season. The number 1 horse, Generation Sissy, she's still in search of her first victory. She's had 14 starts under her belt. No victories, but finishing second 5 times and third twice. She's made just $2 shy of $6,700. Whereas The Tricks on Me has made $8,565, and they'll both be looking to bolster their bank accounts here in race number 8. Since there's just 2 of them going postward, I believe the winner will get 65% of the purse, and the horse that finishes second will gain 35%. We're on the way to the gate, and the gate's in motion. With the start of this afternoon, Mr. Keith Hamilton. And his brother Bruce was involved with the Sire Stakes program for many years as the director. He was very instrumental in gaining the casino slot revenue to go to racing action. And poor Bruce lost his battle to cancer before the first coin drop ever was made. Very, very nice guy, very nice family. All the Hamilton boys, Keith and Bruce, and Scott. They're at the head of the stretch, and here they come. And they're off quickly. That's The Tricks on Me. He's going to go on top to grab the lead. Generation Sissy is going to follow this one into the turn. It's The Tricks on Me. Victorious so far this year with its only 1 start in Malone. 5 victories in the 2019 racing season, is on top showing the way. It is the daughter of Bolt the Dealer, Brian LePage. He owns and he trains this one, and it's Mark Whitcroft on top guiding her towards the quarter pole. Generation Sissy, she's in search of her first victory of her lifetime, and Norm Grand owns, he trains this one with him owning it also with Lucas Grand. It's Artist View's daughter with Colton Grand doing the driving. A family affair this afternoon with Generation Sissy. 35 is the opening panel. As they head the way out of the turn, it's a duo with The Tricks on Me showing the way. Generation Sissy races second, a very close second, right on the helmet of Mark Whitcroft and The Tricks on Me as they head their way towards the half-mile pole. It's The Tricks on Me. The Bolt the Dior daughter is on top, showing the way by the half. Generation Sissy racing second. They go by the half-mile pole. 109. 34 seconds that quarter. Another leisurely fraction. It's just the 2 of them out there, and it looks like it could turn out to be a sprint. It's The Tricks on Me on top with Generation Sissy very close behind the leader as they drive towards the 3/4 pole. The Tricks on Me is looking for win number 7 of her young career, and Generation Sissy's looking for win number 1 as they go towards 3/4. The Tricks on Me on top with Generation Sissy breathing down the neck of the leader, and now steps to the outside. Is going to put a little challenge on, and Mark Whitcroft says, I haven't asked for any speed yet, and The Tricks on Me opened up by about a length, but Generation Sissy is battling back. It's these 2 coming out of the turn, and The Tricks on Me made a break. Whitcroft having a little bad luck out of the turn, and Generation Sissy, center of the track. The Tricks on Me is battling back to the inside, and Generation Sissy goes off stride. Tricks on Me is pacing at the wire where it counts the most, and Generation Sissy, she's going to get her first win lifetime, has to settle for the second spot.
213 and 4.
2:13 and 4, time for the mile.
Quarters.
Yep.
35, 109, 144 and 4, 213 and 4.
Well, the complexion of that race changed quite a bit in the last quarter. And it moved by Generation Sissy, put pressure on the Tricks on Me, and the Tricks on Me went off stride, and Generation Sissy went right on by. And then battling back was the Tricks on Me to the inside, and Generation Sissy then jumped it off. So the Tricks on Me win number 7 of her lifetime, and Generation Sissy still in search of win number 1. She almost had it, looked like she was going to, but to no avail this afternoon here at the Clinton County Fair.
Order finish. 2 scratch 1.
2 scratch 1.
And it's official.
To the winner's circle moves the official race winner, number 3, the Tricks on Me. The Bay Philly 3-year-old by Bolt the Dior out of the Minute Tricks by Magical Mike. Brian LePage, Bristol, New York. He owns and he trains with Mark Whitcroft driving. Time for the mile, 2 minutes 13 and 4/5. That last quarter was paced in 29 seconds. Order of finish, number 1, Generation Sissy was second. 2, Roll with Jessica did not start. 3, the Tricks on Me, the race winner. Top down, it's 2, scratch, 1 on the bottom. Fractional times 35, half in 109. 3/4, 130, 144 and 4. 2:13 and 4 was the time of the mile. Again, the last quarter was paced in 29 seconds. 9th race of the afternoon, 3-year-old pacing Fillies, 2nd division. And I'm being told that the number 2 was Mindy May Rain. Mindy May Rain will not start. So we'll take a look at these horses when they come out in the post parade just a few minutes from now. And we have a good one in here. And the likes of Clemmy Hanover with David Meyer. We'll take a couple minute break and then we'll take a look at this field for race number 9 from the Clinton County Fairgrounds in Plattsburgh, New York in just a bit.
Did you drive up this morning though? You spent the night?
Yes.
Got good enough view from here.
I can see,
Make it work well enough.
if you could move the stage a little bit, we'd be all set.
They never should have closed it in.
You know. No, it's good though. Yeah, we can see. Thank you very much. What's that? They were going to leave us.
No. Yeah, they are.
And the horses for the 9th race now making their way in the post parade. This 9th race, New York County Fair Sire Stakes, 3-year-old pacing Fillies 2nd Division. First $2,000. Number 1 is Generation Dottie. Norm Garand II and Lucas Garand, they own, with Norm Garand II training, with Colton Garand doing the driving. 2, Mindy May Rain has been scratched. Number 3 is She's in the Trunk. Dale Allen of Bruston, New York, he owns and he trains, with Garrett McQueen driving. And number 4, Clemmy Hanover. Dave Beyer and Jeff Hoffman own. Dave Beyer trains and drives. Well, let's take a look. Clemmy Hanover is kind of a nice one. Swiss has 5 starts of the season, 3 of them being victories, at a mark of 157 he set at Saratoga. Last year in the 2019 season, 8 starts, 3 victories, 2 seconds, and a third. Made $8,688. Not bad record. 13 starts, 6 of them being victories. We'll be in search of number 7 this afternoon. Clemmy Hanover looks very tough, winning in Malone in a time, a very impressive time of 2:03 and 3. Up there, she paced her last half in a 1:01 and 2. Clemmy Hanover, she's the daughter of Roll with Joe, and she looks probably to be the favorite here in the 9th race. Generation Dottie, she's still in search of her first victory. She's in the Trunk last year, very successful. 3 starts, 3 of them being victories, and took a mark of 2:13 and 2. Where? Plattsburgh, New York, right here. 3 starts last year, a win in Afton, 2:16, one in Lowellville, 2:14, and then one here in Plattsburgh on July 18th, 2:13 and 2. And the gates in motion for the 9th race of the afternoon. A field of 3 is at the head of the stretch, and here they come. Off stride behind the gate, Generation Dottie. She does not like to play today. And also on the go, here's She's in the Trunk. Going to settle in behind Clemmy Hanover. And Clemmy Hanover, Dave Beyer going on top, showing the way. She's in the Trunk, close second. And Generation Dottie, she had a little problem behind the gate when the starter said go, but she's back pacing and seems to have her way going forward. As they head up towards the quarter pole, it's Clemmy Hanover up on top by 2 lanes early. She's in the Trunk, stalking the leader second, and Generation Dottie's a far back but pacing third. 33 seconds the opening panel as they head their way into the turn to come by the grandstand first time. Clemmy Hanover, the daughter of Roller with Joe, looking for win number 4 of the 2020 racing season. She's kind of a nice one, 13 starts so far, 6 of them being victories. She's in the Trunk, has not won this year, but was victorious 3 times in the 2020 season, went 3 for 3, and she'll be looking to upset Clemmy Hanover as these two come by the half, and Generation Dottie far back third.
104 and 2.
104 and 2 half mile time. heading the way into that paddock turn with Clemmy Hanover on top as the leader. She's in the trunk, racing second. Right behind the leader, close on its back, Generation Dottie racing third. They're heading their way towards three quarters, and She's in the Trunk was drafted behind the leader. Clemmy Hanover is on top, and Buyer asked for a little bit more, and Clemmy Hanover does respond now, opening up by 2 over She's in the Trunk second. Generation Dottie is third. As they head towards three quarters, it's Clemmy Hanover, 136 and change, three-quarter pole time. They're in the turn and they're coming for home. It's Clemmy Hanover on top. Garrett McQueen working hard to get She's in the Trunk closer to the leader as they swing out of the turn. And Dave Byers sitting chilly with Clemmy Hanover. He's showing the way home. She's in the Trunk racing second. Midway through the lane, it's Clemmy Hanover. On the outside, She's in the Trunk. But Dave Byers knows he's the best this afternoon. And Clemmy Hanover closed home the easiest of winners. She's in the Trunk racing second. And Generation Dottie will settle up for third.
2, 5, and 3.
Time for the mile, 2:05 and 3.
Ready? 33, 104 and 2, 136 and 2, 205 and 3.
Well, Clemmy Hanover will be coming back to the winner's circle. There's a 500 percentage and wins. 14 starts, 7 of them being victories. Just pushed your bankroll close to $15,000 lifetime. Back-to-back victories. Malone on the 17th and today here at Plattsburgh.
Order finish, 3 scratch, 2 white.
Thanks, Judge.
And it's official.
And it's official. Clemmy Hanover is a Bay Philly 3-year-old by Roller with Joe out of Current Hanover by Western Ideal. How about Dave Byer, Greenfield Center, New York, and Jerry Hoffman of Slingerlands in New York. Dave Byer trains and drives. 2:05 and 3. Time for the mile. It's the 4th win of the racing season for number 4, Clemmy Hanover. Here is the order of finish. Number 1, Generation Dottie was third. 2, Mindy May Rain did not start. 3, She's in the Trunk second. And number 4, Clemmy Hanover, the race winner. From the top, it's 3, scratch 2, 1 on the bottom. Fractional times, the quarter went in 33 seconds. The half in 104 and 2. 3 quarters, 136 and 2. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 3/5. And the 10th race of the afternoon, it's the 3-year-old Trotters, Colts and Geldings. Purse will be $2,000, and we'll be looking to have 5 horses going postward, and those will be Crazy for CJ, Insane Chase, Heat Quiet Man, Cheatman Man, and KS Green. 5 will go postward here on the 10th. And we'll take a look at the field in just a couple of minutes. We'll be back with more racing action from the Clinton County Fairgrounds in Plattsburgh, New York.
It might be Claude Jr. on the 1 horse.
Hello. Oh, not too bad. I'm up in Plattsburgh, New York, waiting for my horse to start racing here in a minute. What are you up to? that. Oh, cool. Good. Sure. Yeah, it's a lot of work to do that. Yeah. What else is going on? Nothing. How's Linda doing? Same. She is. Jesus Christ. But good. Good. Jesus Christ, you need a little bit of a break. Does she? Good. Good, good. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to talk very long, John, so I'll have to give you a buzz. Okay, see ya. Bye. This bench is hard.
What's that?
This bench is hard.
Yes.
Oh, there. That was a friend of mine.
Are you going to handle some hand?
I'm afraid
What's
his
that?
wife might
Are you going
pass.
to the handle? No?
Yeah, they said that if you sit at a table, everybody's going to be 6 feet apart. That's no fun.
We don't have that if you're in a group of less than 10.
Well, where I like to go is the west section, it's called, and they have the buffet, and the buffet is fantastic. And they didn't have it when we were there because we were at the old Meadowlands. This is the new one, and it's, you know, they put people all at the tables, but they're going to tell everybody they're going to be 6 feet apart, so there'll be 4 people at a table, and the tables are huge.
Have a discussion, you gotta yell.
Yeah, that's true.
Jeez.
Well, hopefully this time next year, this will all be gone.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I hope so. I hope so. There. There, we got some. We got here 5 of them in this one? 5. Wow.
And the horses for the 10th race now gathering up for the post parade. It's the New York County Fair Sire Stakes. The 3-year-old Trotters, Colts and Geldings, will battle for a purse of $2,000. There'll be a field of 5, which will be going postward.
Yeah, but did you see the damn picture? You can almost read the magazine to them.
Horses coming into view for the post parade for the 10th race. Let's take a look at the field. Number 1 is Crazy for CJ. It's owned by Chasing Dream Stable of Victor, New York. Trained by Claude Huckabone III. Claude Huckabone Jr. drives. 2 Insane Chase is owned by Harold Smith of Malone, New York. He trains and he drives this one also. Number 3 is Keep Wyatt Man, owned by Mary Taylor, Munnsville, New York. Trained by Dale Allen. Driven by Garrett McQueen. Number 4, Cheat and Man. Cheat and Man is owned by the Gilman Stable, New York LLC, Vernon, New York. Kimberly Gilman Deos is the trainer. Leon Bailey drives. Deos, I guess, would be the name. And number 5 is KS Dreams, owned by Karen Smith Ashley of Brushton, New York. She also trains as Josh Miller in the bike. 5 going postward in the 10th. The number 5 horse KS Dream will score from the second tier. Well, a quick look-see. The horse that is very impressive. A few of them. Insane Chase has 8 victories out of 16 starts. 1 over in Malone in 205-1. This year, Crazy for CJ has been slow to get underway. Last year, 8 starts, 5 of them being victories. 2 minutes and 3/5 or 2/5. 2 minutes 2/5 best time in Vernon Downs. And to take a look at the rest of the field, Keep Wyatt Man, Cheatin' Man, and KS Dream. They're all still in search of their first victory. Harold Smith, 86 years old. He'll be 87 come December. And he's out there still playing with these youngsters. If you take a look at the age difference, Joshua Miller, who's on the 5 horse, is 21. Big age discrepancy there. But see, that's what's good about harness racing. People of different sizes and ages can compete. It's not like thoroughbred racing where you have to weigh about 87 pounds. This field is midway into the turn. A field of 5 behind the gate. Crazy for CJ. Insane Chase. Keep Wyatt Man. Cheatin' Man, and KS Dream. They're at the head of the stretch, and here they come. Off stride goes Cheatin' Man early to the inside. It's Crazy for CJ. Insane Chase racing second. Keep Wyatt Man third. Cheatin' Man back trotting again, and KS Dream is the early trailer. As they head into the turn, it's Keep Wyatt Man to the outside going on a break. Crazy for CJ is going to take him up to the quarter pole. Insane Chase racing second. KS Dream inherits towards the inside third. Keep Wyatt Man back trotting fourth. Is now moving quickly towards the outside. Going to try to get into that third position in front of KS Dream. And the back marker is Cheatin' Man. Up to the quarter they drive, and Crazy for CJ steers the way for Claude Huckabone Jr.
34-2.
34-2 is the opening quarter. Insane Chase racing second into the turn. Racing third spot to the inside, KS Dream. Keep Wyatt Man decides to drop back against the pylons as they race out of the turn, and the trailer as they come towards the half-mile pole will be Cheat and Man. To the half they drive, and it's Crazy for CJ. The son of Craze showing the way. Insane Chase, Craze's other son, races second. KS Dream third. Keep Wyatt Man fourth, and Cheat Man is the trailer.
106-1.
106-1, the half-mile time. As they head into the turn, Crazy for CJ is the leader. Insane Chase races second, 2.5 lengths. Back to third spot, KS Dream. Racing fourth down the backside. Keep Wyatt Man having a little trouble and very tenuous on the trot. And here comes Cheat Man. Going to try to grab that fourth spot as they head to 3/4. Insane Chase and Harold Smith out and going. He's coming after Crazy for CJ. These two locked in a duel by 3/4.
139.
139. Into the turn they drive, and Insane Chase to the outside will take over command. 86 years young. Insane Chase shows the way for Harold Smith. Racing second, Crazy for CJ. They head out of the turn, and KS Dream is third. And down the stretch they drive. It's Insane Chase on top. Here comes Crazy for CJ back again. Crazy for CJ and Claude Huckabone Jr. No respect for his elders. Goes right on by. Will be going to the winner's circle. Insane Chase racing second. KS Dream third. Cheating Man galloping across the wire, 4th, and Keep Quiet Man is 5th.
208.4.
Time for the mile, 2 minutes, 8 4/5 of a second.
I ain't here, I lost my nerves. I lost my nerves a long time ago.
Ready?
Yep.
34 and 2, 106 and 1, 139, 208 and 4.
Thank you. Time for the mile was 2:08 and 4. And heading back to the winner's circle is the unofficial race winner, number 1, Crazy for CJ. A bay gelding 3-year-old by Crazed out of Godiva Lindy by Andover Hall. Chase and Dream Stable Victor, New York owns. Bud Huckabone III trains, with Bud Huckabone Jr. doing the winning driving. Time for the mile again, 2:08 and 4. It's the first win of the season for number 1, Crazy for CJ. Second spot went to number 2, Insane Chase. Third to 5, KS Dream. Waiting for the 4th and 5th horses.
Looking for a bigger track. Might run it down Valerie's back.
I think you're safe.
Okay. They jumped from my college scooter.
What?
Keys in your scooter, sir?
Sure.
They got enough gas in it? You want to fill the tank?
Fill it on the way back.
What you got for me, Judge?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, like counting.
Top to bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can't be.
No.
No?
No, the 5 was third.
3 was third.
No, between these two for a
The 4 and the
4th.
3 were.
No, he looked like he ran.
He was running, but he
4 was
wasn't
running, but
lapped
he
on.
didn't.
Okay.
He wasn't
Yeah.
lapped on.
So it'd be 1, 2, 5, 4, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 5, 4, 3.
Yep. Here's the order of finish for the 10th race. Number 1, Crazy for CJ, the race winner. 2, Insane Chase was second. 3, Keep Quiet Man finished 5th. 4, Cheatin' Man was 4th. And number 5, KS Dream 3rd. Top down, it is 1, 2, 5, 4, 3 on the bottom. Fractional times, quarter went 34 and 2. Half in 106 and 1. 3 quarters 139. Time for the mile, 2:08 and 4. Last quarter was trotted, 28 and 4. Kind of a nice stretch duel with Crazy for CJ and Insane Chase. 11th race coming up on the board. Actually, we don't have a tote board here. It's what happens when you work a pari-mutuel track. You kind of slip things in there. So let's take a look at this field for the 11th. There'll be 5 going postward. And I tell you, a horse that's been getting a little play on Facebook, and it hails from Vermont. It's Chief Crazy Horse, Courtney Pitts and Wayne Smith, both from Mendon, Vermont. And this horse has been quite impressive. 2 wins out of 5 starts. Last year, this horse was just starting to feel its oats, but this year, it is really, really racing well. It looks nice on the racetrack. He is a 3-year-old, the gelded son of Crazed, and he's got $3,130 out of 5 starts, 2 of them being victories. Other horses in the race that have victories to their credit is Crypto Craze, and Crypto Craze has 2 wins out of 8 starts last year, winning in Gouverneur at 2:14 and 3. And Finnick was a race winner, and the time is listed as non-standard no standard time, so apparently the horse must have went slower than 225, or I think somewhere in that category, or maybe a little slower than that. But Finnick is a son of RC Royalty. RC Royalty sired Royalty for Life, who was the Hambletonian winner in 2013. So these horses will be on the racetrack shortly. And we'll need a driver for the number 2 horse, Crypto Craze. And we'll be keeping our eyes on the Vermont horse, Chief Crazy Horse. If this horse is victorious, it will be lighting up the Facebook pages, as Courtney's very proud of her horse and posts some nice pictures and some great comments come about with this horse. So 5 will be going post within the 11th race. We'll be taking another look at these horses when we come back onto the racetrack momentarily.
We're guessing Huckabone Jr. on Todd's horse.
What's that?
On the 2, it's probably Huckabone Jr.
All right.
That's him out there.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Race 11 of the afternoon. We'll have 5 horses behind the gate. It's the New York County Fair Sire Stakes, the 3-year-old Trotters, second division for the Colts and Geldings. The purse is $2,000. And again, we were looking at Chief Crazy Horse earlier, and this is kind of a nice son of Crazed. He seems to be getting his act in gear. And it's Chief Crazy Horse won his last time out. Won 2 starts before that in Afton. And actually raced real decent at Yonkers Raceway on the 14th of July, finishing 3rd. Trotted last quarter 29-1 in a time of 2:01. And Vernon Downs, this horse showed some speed in a race down there in the Excelsior Series in 1:58-3. Didn't pick up a check though, finishing 7th. But still was pretty competitive, only missed by about 6 3/4 lengths. So the horses will be coming together for the post parade here in the 11th race of the afternoon. Clinton County Fairgrounds is the venue. Beautiful Plattsburgh, New York. And it's low 80s is the temperature, and it's been an absolutely great day for racing action. And we have had some exciting races here on this half-mile oval in the North Country. The number 1 horse in the field is I Am a Little Crazed, is owned by Terry and Heather Francis. Scott Monjon trains and drives. 2 is Crypto Craze. It's owned by Todd LePage and Brian LePage. Todd is the trainer. Todd Huckabone Jr. drives. Number 3 is Finnick, owned by Nelson and Carol Jean Haley of Shrewsbury, Vermont. Nelson Haley is the trainer and driver. Number 4 is Chief Crazy Horse, owned by Courtney Pitts and Wayne Smith of Mendon. Cheryl Whitcroft trains with Mark Whitcroft driving. And number 5 is Bummy's Champ. It's owned by Karen Smith Ashley. Rush to New York. Karen trains with Joshua Miller doing the driving. 5 will be going to the gate for the 11th race here at Clinton County Fair. Five heading to the gate for the 11th race of the afternoon. We'll have one more to go after this. And the starting gate is in motion. Trotters are moving the way into the turn. Behind the gate, I'm a Little Craze, Crypto Craze, Finnick, Chief Crazy Horse, and Mummy's Champ. 5 to the gate for the 11th. Number 5, Mummy's Champ scores from the second tier here in the 11th race. And these Trotters are at the head of the stretch. And here they come. Off stride behind the gate goes Crypto Craze, and Chief Crazy Horse is on his way. He's going to battle I'm a Little Craze for the lead as they head into the turn. Finnick get away third. Mummy's Champ fourth. Crypto Craze is the trailer. Heading into that first turn, and Whitcroft looks over his shoulder and he sees I'm a Little Craze behind him as they head down the backside. Chief Crazy Horse, I'm a Little Craze, that's the top two. Finnick races about 8.5, 9 lanes back third. Mummy's Champ is fourth, and Crypto Craze, early breaker, back trotting, races fifth as they head up towards the quarter pole. And it's Chief Crazy Horse on top as the leader. I'm a Little Craze races second. That's the top two. A closer third for Finnick. 31 seconds, 34 seconds is the opening panel. Finnick racing a closer third. He's tightening up with the top two as they head the way into the turn to come by the grandstand for the first time. Mummy's Champ races fourth, and Crypto Craze the trailer. As they head out of the turn, Chief Crazy Horse showing the way. I'm a Little Craze, the pocket sitter. Finnick races third to the half they drive. Mummy's Champ is closing now in fourth position, and Crypto Craze trails as they head to the half, and Chief Crazy Horse takes them there.
107 and 2.
107 and 2, the half-mile time. You got a half left to go, and it's Chief Crazy Horse on top as the leader. I'm a Little Craze trots second. Finnick races third. The top two are both sons of Craze. Showing the way, Finnick, the son of RC Royalty, racing third. The Mummy's Champ is fourth, and Crypto Craze is the trailer. As they move to the three-quarter pole, and it's Chief Crazy Horse up on top by about 2. I'm a Little Craze second. Finnick racing third. Mummy's Champ closer fourth, and Crypto Craze is closing the gap fifth. And now it's stepping to the outside by 3/4.
141 and 3.
141 and 3. They're in the turn. They're coming for home, and it's Chief Crazy Horse up on top. I'm a Little Craze steps to the outside. Whitcroft lifts the lines on Chief Crazy Horse and says we need a little more coming out of the turn. I'm a Little Craze, and Scott Monjon to the outside. It's the battle for the home stretch, and it's Chief Crazy Horse to the inside. I'm a Little Craze to the outside. Oh, you can't get much closer than that. Finnick was third. Crypto Craze up for fourth, and Mummy's Champ is the trailer. Very, very tight for that win position.
211 and 1.
That's better than being
I
live.
say the one.
What'd you finish,
Close.
And the judge will
I hope
take
he
a look
gets there.
at the device.
Whoa.
It shows him as they came across the wire.
The way he stroked it to
It
that.
was close.
The way he stroked it to that.
It was
he shouldn't go
dead
wrong.
heat close. That was how close it was. Wasn't? Maureen says she likes the outside horse.
Is it quiet up there?
So you're at a different angle than I am. I'm 6 feet from you, away from the wire.
8.
We have social distancing.
Excuses.
And I tell you, both the 1 and 4 are coming back. They both think they won. So Chief Crazy Horse is on the inside, and I'm a little crazed to the outside.
The one's winning.
Okay. You get a rundown?
Yeah, it's 1, 4, 3, 2, 5.
Thank you. And it's going to go to number 1. I'm a little crazed. On back to the winner's circle, just edging out Chief Crazy Horse at the wire. Fraction small.
34, 107 and 2, 141 and 3, 211 and 1.
I'm a little crazed. Get up at the wire where it counts the most. Good stretch drive between I'm a little crazed and Chief Crazy Horse. I'm a little crazed. The Bay Gelding 3-year-old by Crazed out of Lady Isabella by Sir Taurus, owned by Terry and Heather Francis of North Lawrence, New York, trained and driven by Scott Monjohn. Its first lifetime victory, 211 and 1 for I'm a little crazed. Here is the order of finish. Number 1, I'm a little crazed, the race winner. 2, Crypto Craze was 4th. 3, Finnick finished 3rd. 4, Chief Crazy Horse was 2nd. And number 5, Bummy's Champ 5th. Top down, it's 1, 4, 3, 2, 5 on the bottom. Fractional times, quarter went in 34 seconds. The half in 107 and 2. 3 quarters, 141 and 3. Time for the mile, 211 and 1. 29 and 3. That last quarter was trotted. What a last quarter it was. The 12th and final race of the afternoon coming up. Horses will be on the track momentarily. We'll be looking for a Reggae Blue Chip. Here comes Mario, Steuben Warlock, Steuben Savage, and Major, Major, Major. And how are the McQueens doing today? Beautiful day. One more to go.
And it's a wrap for another year.
Yes.
Unless they call me in desperation.
12, 3, and scratch, bet Warlock. Scratch.
All right.
You got it.
Does that walkie-talkie go to Keith? That walkie-talkie go to Keith Hamilton? Can I use it once in? Are you there, Mr. Hamilton?
Billy, how are you?
I'm good. What do you use for control the gas there? Is it hand control or foot control?
And
Thank goodness, because you got that club foot. So I'd hate to think if you had used that, they would have gotten away like at 75 miles an hour.
Well, I got a driver that knows how to drive, so I just tell her a little faster.
Mary.
Lose these guys. She's gone.
You know what? You got an attractive driver. You're just like a very rich guy. You get a pretty blonde chauffeur.
She appreciates the compliment.
How's Mom doing?
She's well, thank you. She's doing okay.
Tell her I said hello.
You certainly will. It's the Clinton County Fair.
You have the driver changes on the 1 and the 2.
Yes.
Leon Bailey on the 1.
Taking a look at the 12th race, the number 3 horse, Steuben Warlock, has been scratched. Word just came down, Steuben Warlock is scratched. Looking at the drivers for the 12th race, 1 Reggae Blue Chip will be driven by Leon Bailey. Number 2, here comes Mario. Mark Whitcroft will drive. We had a 5, now we're down to 4. And the common thing is the Huckabone name for all these horses. Each one of these horses was either trained by Claude Huckabone Jr. or Claude Huckabone III. So they've invested heavily into the New York County Fair Sire Stakes 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers. And the purse here will be for $3,550. So I want to send a very special thank you for all those that have tuned in today. If you like this and want to see more of it, click the subscribe button, which is located on your screen. Just click that and you can get more of this racing action going forward. Again, special thank you for all those that have turned on the computer today and tuned in to the YouTube channel where you're watching the racing action. Hello. Good. I'll be home at 11 o'clock. Okay, that's good. All right, sounds good. All right, I'll see you a little later. Thank you. All right, love you. Bye-bye. All right, here's the field for the 12th race. Number 1, Reggae Blue Chip, is owned by Dennis and Simone Dowd of Saratoga Springs. Leon Bailey will drive for trainer Claude Huckabone Jr. 2, here comes Mario, is owned by Laurier Sauve, North Bangor, New York. Claude Huckabone III is the trainer with Mark Whitcroft driving. 3, Steuben Warlock scratch. 4 is Steuben Savage. Margaret Wilson of Bloomville, New York owns. Claude Huckabone III trains with Dustin Miller in the bike. And number 5 is Major, owned by Robert Dyke of North Norwich, New York. Claude Huckabone Jr. trains, and he does the driving. 4 going postward here in the 12th. It's the New York County Fair Sire Stakes, the 3-year-old Pacers. Colts and Geldings battling for a purse of $3,550. Now they'll be making their way towards the starting gate. Starter Keith Hamilton summons the field to the gate one last time this afternoon here at the Clinton County Fairgrounds in Plattsburgh, New York. Again, I want to thank everybody that tuned in today on YouTube. We had quite a few. I think we were up to like 50 some odd people at one point. And we had folks watching from as far away as Florida. And I was told Wyoming earlier, but it was Wyoming, New York. So that's a lot closer than the state of Florida. But it was fun having everybody on, and a bunch of people chimed in. Roger Cross from Bennington, Vermont, he actually called me to let me know that he was watching. He's only allowed 2 hours worth of TV time. His wife only gives him that much time when he misbehaves. And so the first hour was cartoons, and the second hour was racing action from the Clinton County Fair. The field is midway in the turn. Reggae Blue Chip, here comes Mario, Steuben Savage, and Major. And they're at the head of the stretch, and here they come. And they're off. Here comes Mario's underway. Major to the outside. He's going to look to settle in second in front of Reggae Blue Chip, who got away third. Stupid Savage, the early trailer, as they head their way into the turn. And on top, Mark Whitcroft. And here comes Mario in search of his first win of the 2020 racing season. Last year, this horse was victorious at Westport in 2:15 and change. And here comes Mario, is on top, showing the way. Steuben Savage races right there with his bunch. Major also on the go as they head their way up towards the quarter pole. And here comes Mario, 31-4. It's the son of Bolt the Dior, shows the way into that turn. As they swing their way out of the turn, they're going to come by the grandstand for the first time. And here comes Mario, Steuben Savage, also on the go now to the outside. Here comes Reggae Blue Chip. As they head their way out of the turn, they're going to come to the hat, and Reggae looked like he jumped over something as they head towards the half-mile pole. It's here comes Mario to the inside, Reggae Blue Chip to the outside. Now going to look to settle in. Racing third, Steuben Savage. Major is fourth as they head by the half-mile pole. 1:02.3 is the half-mile time. Quick half. End of the turn, going to go down the backside. Second and final time. Here comes Mario on top by 2 1/4. Reggae Blue Chip racing second. Steuben Savage third. Major races fourth. Four of them heading their way towards 3/4. And it's here comes Mario up on top. Whitcroft looking for another winner this afternoon. He's on top by 3. Reggae Blue Chip racing second, and going to work on this one is Leon Bailey. Is on the outside, coming with speed is Steuben Savage, and Major now racing second. Here comes Mario, is up on top, and he's slowing down with every stride. Claude Huckabone Jr. and Major has his eye on. Here comes Mario, and down the stretch they come. Here comes Mario. Major is going to get up at the wire. Here comes Mario. Tough effort, races second. Steuben Savage third, and Reggae Blue Chip finished fourth. A great stretch drive. Major was flying at the end.
2:04.1.
Time for the mile, 2:04.1.
That was a blast.
Fractions?
31-4, 102-3, 134, 204-1.
Okay, thanks.
That was a fun race.
Great stretch drive. Major sit back in the field. Here comes Mario, did all the work. And Major sprung onto the leader, coming for home. Top down?
Top down, 4-2, scratch, 3-1.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you got for me, Judge?
Heading back to the winner's circle, Claude Huckabone Jr. with Major. This big Colt 3-year-old by Art Major out of Vaudeville Margie by Western Hanover is owned by Richard Dyke of North Norwich, New York, trained and driven by Claude Huckabone Jr. It's the second win of the season for Major, and a new lifetime mark of 2:04.1. Here is the order of finish. Number 1, Reggae Blue Chip was fourth. 2, Here Comes Mario second. Number 3, Steuben Warlock did not start. 4, Steuben Savage was third. And number 5, Major, the race winner. From the top, it was 4, 2, scratch, 3, 1 on the bottom. Fractional times, quarter went 31-4, half in 1:02.3. 3/4, 1:34. Time for the mile, 2:04 1/5. Well, that completes our racing program this afternoon from the Clinton County Fairgrounds here in beautiful Plattsburgh, New York. Again, I want to thank everybody that tuned in to the racing action on YouTube and those that made it out to the grandstand to watch the races this afternoon. From high above trackside, this is your track announcer, Bill Ellis, bidding you good day. Please drive carefully, and we'll see you at the next fair. Have a good one, everybody, and stay healthy from COVID-19.